that? You made that? Did you make that? Did you make that?
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Soppy ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions with my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the date before you let him roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
Chill, oh chill. How's everybody doing tonight? What's going on? What's going on? I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. It's your boy Wildcard in the building. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition, episode 206. Yes, 206. And as always, that is the homie Silent Hill TDS. Him and J. Leo, Pale Moon Devil Dances, the song Hitchhikers on YouTube. Go to their page on YouTube at Hitchhikers. Show them some love. And while you're over there on YouTube, hitting up J. Leo and Silent Hill on Hitchhikers. Y'all go over and go show us I.O.W. Sports some love on YouTube. I.O.W. Sports Network is the YouTube page. Go over and go show us some love. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Hit that bell notification and it lets you know every time we come live with a show. We appreciate the support, most definitely. Same address on Instagram, I.O.W. Sports Network. When you ain't looking at your Instagram models, y'all go ahead, going over to I.O.W. Sports Network. Give us some love, support on the Instagram. I.O.W. Sports 1 is the address on Twitter. Trigger fingers turning Twitter fingers. So when you ain't in no Twitter beef, please type on over I.O.W. Sports 1. Go give us a like, share, and follow on, what's that? Twitter? Yeah, Twitter. And most importantly, go on over to Facebook. I.O.W. Sports Network is the address. At the top of the screen, you'll see a link, a picture of me with our merch on. I.O.W. Sports is provided by J. Edward Collection. That is Detroit Mail's t-shirt line. Provides all the merch for I.O.W. Sports. But guess what you can't get from that link? You can't get this cap. Can't get the I.O.W. Sports in that merch link. But you can get it this way. See that Cash App scrolling on the bottom of your screen? Send $30 to that Cash App. Give us a physical address. And in return, you would get the very exclusive I.O.W. Sports cap. Only 3 people out of almost 10 billion people on the earth got it. Myself, Detroit Mail, and of course, one of our favorite viewers, supporters of the show, Matt, he got one. So it's 3 people on the earth that got it. You can be the 4th, the 5th, or 25th. Go show us some love, support. Cop the merch. Cop the hat. And then most importantly, like I said, on the Facebook page, it's for y'all. You. I'm looking at you. I'm talking to you. For y'all in the public, it's for y'all. Because it's literally a place where you can be a sports fanatic. Talk about your team. Rep your city. Rep your squad. Give a sports meme. Drop a sports take. Get the debates going, and emphasize it on the network part. So even if you got a small business, a sports podcast, a regular podcast, that's the place for you to advertise yourself. Let people know the goods and services or the content that you got. All right. So now that we got that out the way, let's jump in the comments. See who we got in the building with us tonight. Of course, Arkansas Jets fan, what's up? You said the Knicks Summer League game is going on. We'll talk a little Summer League in just a second. What's up, Kofi Wilson? Yeah, we always live, baby. Shout out to Kofi Wilson. If y'all are fans of wrestling, please go on over to the Dirty Hills podcast. Show them some love and support on YouTube as well as Facebook. Man, they are great supporters of the I.O.W network, what we got going on, and we are big fans of theirs as well. And hey, I'm telling you, it's lovely. It's lovely. Tim, what up? What up, Tim? What up? It's a snapback. We can't, the only problem with fitness is most of you motherfuckers got big ass heads, and y'all got a different range of big ass heads. So we can't afford the big range of all y'all motherfucking big ass heads. So you get the snapback, it could personally fit your big ass head. I know I can't talk. I got a big ass head. I wear a 7 3/4 fitted hat. So yeah, I got a big head, but it's okay. It's filled with a lot of knowledge. Not talking about, but no. Man, much love and support for all the people in the building right now. Man, y'all always come through and show love for the peoples. But look, y'all know how we do. This is we start off with a top play, but this is more like a top moment. I guess it's a top play, but it's kind of also a top moment. Without further ado, I'm going to bring in the clip because I'm also loving this. I'm showing this clip is because it's a little backstory. So this young fella at the plate is 11 years old and he has one arm, and I'm just going to show you how if you never give up, passionate about what you do, in the end the results will get there. All right, and I'm actually using it as a little inspiring video to myself. Hey, you never know if we might inspire somebody out here, but look at this, man. This is pretty dope. Take a look at this.
Right.
Hey, that's pretty dope, dog. You gotta admit, my man got one arm, 11 years old, and said, "Damn it, I love baseball. I'm gonna play baseball, and we gonna hit home runs." Your man just hit a home run, one armed. Yo, what's going on, Matt? Matt in the building. But like, you gotta love stuff like that, and uh y'all know me, I ain't the real sentimental cat, but I wanted to play that is because it's like what we doing right here at I.O.W Sports. We just love to do it. We love talking sports with fellow sports lovers, giving our own opinion, having barbershop talk. And we got envisions of being like Pat McAfee. He's making millions of dollars per year just being a sports lover. So what we're hoping to get there, and I just saw that is because homeboy is against the odds, man. The odds is against him. He's one armed, and a lot of people could easily say, you should quit. Just like my man, I forget his name, the little young brother that plays basketball, and he lost his left arm. But he's a beast. Like he be yoking on people. And a lot of coaches say, "Well, make him drive left because he doesn't have a left arm." But yet he's been so dedicated to his craft in basketball that he beats any kind of strategy that they got, and he's so athletic, and his dribbles is his handles is off the chain. So if you guys haven't seen the young brother that has one on that plays basketball, I'm pretty sure y'all seen him. I can't remember his name. So if somebody got his name, man, y'all drop it in the comments. But just like little young fella right here, um, you know, that just hit that home run as a little league baseball player, man. Uh, it's inspiring to see because it's like they not folding, they not caring about the odds that are against them. They're passionate about something and they going after it. And not only are they going after it, they're seeing success. So I played that probably for myself because I think what we're doing here at I.O.W. Sports Network, we're so committed to getting this I.O.W. sports thing off the ground. I mean, I'm on 206 episodes, and I probably put more money into doing this, and I ain't got a dime back. But it ain't, we would love to be like Pat McAfee one day, but it's because y'all come in and show us love and support. I want it to be a little cheesy right now. But fuck all that little cheesy shit. Let's talk some motherfucking sports. All right. Let's talk some sports. My man said I got my office coming together, downsize the third bedroom. Bought a desk and chair. Oh, Matt. Hey, Matt getting ready. Because eventually Matt's gonna be part of the I.O.W. sports crew. He's gonna go from fan to being part of the crew because he's gonna be our baseball guru. He's gonna be our baseball guru. All right. He gonna be there. No, we don't stream on Instagram. We just got an Instagram page. We use it. We'll drop like little teasers of episodes coming out, or uh, or little snippets of episodes that have been released. It's just to keep your Instagram followers going. It's just no different from the Paul brothers. Jake and Jake Paul and them got all different types of accounts across social media. It's just stay busy with the fans on certain platforms. That's all. That's all it's there for. But look, let's get it cracking. So I know my man Arkansas Jets fan came out early and he was talking some summer league basketball. And man, I like the summer league basketball because obviously you're gonna see your top prospects that were drafted in the draft get significant time and show what they can do, and gives some chance for some young guys who didn't get drafted or undrafted, get them an opportunity to probably make an NBA roster, or now that they got the G League affiliated with the NBA, make some rosters out of that. So that's pretty much been the point of the summer league. But one person who is getting shut down from the summer league is your boy Bankero. Bankero, number 1 overall pick. Down in Orlando, played for Duke. Paolo. I can't pronounce his first name. I know. I am not an English major. Bankero. We just gonna go with Bankero. I would say PB, but it sounds like he peanut butter, but no, we gonna go with Bankero. So pretty much the Magic are shutting him down. He's only played 2 summer league games, and they saying let's shut him down. And I know what people are thinking. Hey, let's shut him down because what? Is he hurt? But I don't think that's the case in this. It's and a spokesperson from the Magic said, I want to give these other guys an opportunity to play, to kind of be able to show what they're capable of doing. Pretty much Jamal Mosley, the coach. That's the point of summer league, give them a chance, an opportunity for those other guys to see what they're capable of doing. And we've seen what Bankero was capable of doing. And yeah, that's I don't have an issue with shutting him down. He's the number 1 overall pick for a reason. You just wanted to see it in I guess a competitive atmosphere somewhat. A more simulated basketball type of atmosphere, what he can do. Obviously, you saw what he did on film. but getting a up close and personal view of what you could possibly get on return on investment. Look, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Obviously, I remember back in the days, even a few years ago, your top pick, they played all summer. They played uh, uh, all summer league games, and uh, you know him being shut down. I have no issue with it at all. Uh, because Ben Carroll's about to embark on another journey that's going to be very, very different from him once the NBA gets going in October, especially around Halloween. I think NBA usually comes back around Halloween. So use the rest of the summer. You get in a good physical condition, and I'm not worried about his physical condition. Um, this is probably one thing you're not worried about with him that you may be more worried about with Chet Holmgren. You know, with Ben Caro, I mean, your man's 6'10", 250. Your boy's solid. He's 19-year-old, you know. So he's gonna his body type is gonna be in a different type of journey than Chet. See, Ben Caro is gonna have the problem with his body type of him being 19, you know, uh uh 6'10" and 250 pounds. His problem is making sure that he stays in physical peak form. Because Beccaro can easily fall into the Zion Williamson syndrome in a heartbeat. He's down in Miami, or I'm sorry, he's down in Orlando. He's down in tourist city. He can easily fall in love with all the food at Universal Studios, Disney World, all the funnel cakes, all the nachos, hot dogs, the glizzies, eating all the hamburgers, all the tourist food, all the fast food chains that are down there in Orlando. Orlando is a tourist city. Ain't too much mom and pops going down in Orlando. It's a tourist city, so it's nothing but your corporate food chains all over the place in Orlando. So Ben Carroll could easily fall in that damn pit of eating all them corporate food chains, that Zion Williamson syndrome, easily. He can easily fall in it. Y'all know how it was being a 19-year-old kid, especially my fellas out there, being at 19. You was always hungry. Hormones is raging, metabolism sky high. You know what I'm saying? So Ben Caro's problem with his body is he's got to make sure that he's got to start getting into the mental part of being able to say no to certain foods and commit his body to being in top shape. If he hasn't already had that, and I'm not saying these guys got to be a gym rat, but you got to be staying active. You ain't got to be a gym rat or be a power lifter. It's just that he has to know that, hey, there's certain things I can't eat. I'm gonna have to eat a certain way. I'm gonna have to stay active in different types of way to make sure that my body is in physical peak form. Be the bike rider. Instead of driving sometimes. He ain't got to be a gym rat. I'm just saying he just got to be active to keep the weight off. He's opposite from Chet. Chet skinny ass will be okay. And you know what, Tim? I'm right there with you. I talked about it early on today's show. I think Chet Holmgren is going to be just fine. Will he have to? He's going to. I mean, obviously, he's going to fill out. He's going to have to. But the reason why I am on the train of not freaking out about Chet Holmgren's size or skinniness is because I've already seen an example of him succeed in the NBA, in this NBA, particularly this NBA, where there's not crazy defense and this is all about scoring. I mean, he's a lighter version of Kevin Durant. Say what you want. I know a lot of people may not be feeling the comparison about Chet to Kevin Durant, but if you really look at it and break it down, he's got a lot of Kevin Durant-esque physical and actually basketball skill abilities. I mean, I see what Chet's doing in the summer league, and I get it, I get it, I get it. I'm not like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, Chet Holmgren is going to be, phenomenal. But you look at his ball handling skills of the basketball. He can dribble, he can pass, he can pull up and shoot. I mean, his shooting game is there. His offensive skills are there. They are eerily similar to of Kevin Durant's offensive skills when he came out of Texas. Chet Holmgren had just about the same amount of media coverage and hype too. Chet Holmgren is just a lighter version of Kevin Durant. Some people don't want to see it, but I have no choice but to see it. When you see a slinky little Slim Jim, and he's just his ball hand, like his offensive skills on the offensive side are ridiculous. And KD can play defense. He's just asked not to. He's just asked not to. But he can play some defense. But Chad Holmgren loves playing defense, man. Loves playing defense. Did y'all saw his interview the other day? He had 6 blocks, and old girl comes to him and goes, "Hey, you had 6 blocks in summer league record." You go, "Oh, that's all I had." He's expecting more. He's expecting more dominance. Tim Holmgren's going to be just fine. You have a prime example of somebody of his same body type and of basketball skills succeed. But you also seen some injuries now. Let's not be frank, or let's not fake the funk, I should say. And I'm not ready to go that far. I'm not ready. I get what you're saying, because I did see the turnaround fadeaway that he did. He did the kind of leg kick like Dirk. So I think he must have been watching some Dirk play, or watching his highlights and kind of taking some of that into his own game. He should, because Dirk was a little bit chunkier than that. He had a little bit more muscle on him. But I get what you're saying. Now that I think about it, you're not too far off, Matt. Saying a more athletic but skinnier Dirk. Okay, yeah. At first I was kind of against it, but now that I keep reading your comment over and over, he's not too far off from being like Dirk. And hell, that's not a bad career to model off. Not bad at all. I mean, you got to remember, if people are just want to compare him to a Dirk and KD of skill wise and of body type, that's not a bad comparison. I mean, but both of those guys are going to be Hall of Famers. All right, and so don't be surprised if Chet in 2 to 3 years he'll be making All-Star games. Don't be surprised. Because this year one, he's going to use it as a way to fill out how does he body type wise can stand up in the NBA. And here's the only thing that scares me about the whole body type that he has, real oddly similar to Kevin Durant. That scared me is obviously you saw in Oklahoma City, he had the knee injury that he missed the whole year. Then the last 3 years in Brooklyn has been in and out of the lineup a lot. So that's going to scare me. Is later in his career, as in you see now with Kevin, once you hit the 30 mark, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. That is probably the only thing that's going to scare me. But you got to look at literally, and the reason why I say he'll be an all-star in 3 years is because He'll be using year one to see how his body is going to be able to play in the NBA. And once he figures that out, year two is going to be like, all right, let's see how far I can take it. And then year three is going to be him. Oh, I know how the league works. I know how far my skill set can go in this NBA. Now, year three is him letting it loose, playing straight basketball. I mean, I think by that time he'll have the league figured out. And look, I'm not worried about that damn bodies type. Maybe down the line further in his career, like KD is in his 30s, but this kid in his early 20s. Give him time to let his body fully mature out. You know, big homie Nick Shine said earlier, maybe 20 pounds of muscle, you know, gradually on some by the time you get to the career. Possibly. You know, I wouldn't be mad at it. But you know, like we just said about Ben Carroll, these are young guys. Yeah, he's 19. Same with Ben Carroll. These guys are young guys. They're not done growing. Their body's not done morphing. Hell, my body right now ain't the same body I had at 28. The body I had at 28 wasn't the same I had at 22. That wasn't the same body I had at 15. So we all men, we know this. We go through different stages of physical fits of our body, depending on how our life is going. You know, he'll adjust with that. The strength and conditioning coaches down in Oklahoma City, I'm pretty sure that's what they get paid for. They get paid to help put these athletes and positions to physically output the best that your body can, and test the measurements of how deep, how far you can push your body. Then they shut you down, give you rest days, because you don't want to what happens when you overload something? The shit breaks. So you gotta, you know, sit it down for a second. All this is that's what year one is gonna be about. Him figuring out the NBA. That's gonna be part of that. So Chet's gonna be fine, Ben Carroll's gonna be fine. But I'm more worried about Ben Carroll and his body type is because, you know, hey, when you 6'10, 250, that means if you're not taking care of your physical self, taking care of your business, if you're not taking care of your business, you could become doughboy real quick. I'm more worried about Ben Carroll. Because here's the thing with Chet Holmgren. You want him to put on weight. You want Chet Holmgren to put on weight. You know, him being obese is probably damn near impossible. Well, with Ben Carroll, you ain't so active like you supposed to be. You ain't lifting the weights you supposed to be. You ain't doing the body movement you supposed to be. All them breads at Olive Garden that come endless. All them bottomless fries at the burger spot. You know, you're not drinking enough water, but you sucking down some Coca-Cola. You know, you feel me? I'm more worried about Ben Carroll. You don't want to be sloppy, but eating everything at 6'10", 250. Because you be 6'10", 300 in a heartbeat. Give it about 6 months. You be chunky than a motherfucker. You know? You don't believe me? Go ahead, Zion. Go ahead, Zion. You better you better ask somebody. Hansel Emmanuel is the one arm back. Yeah, yes. You're right. Hansel Emmanuel. Thank you. media hyping LeBron and Apple turnover, not talking because they were at a game with no communication. Hey, this is what the NBA is finally getting smart about. Thank you, NBA. Because this is what they need to do. This has been the NFL's trick. You create something, create drama. Or you get some type of media outlet to make it seem like it's some type of way so you can get what? Attention to something. Y'all know how the NFL has been a sport that's talked about 365? It's because they always got something to talk about. The NBA is finally catching on. This is just what I've been trying to tell people, that NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, all those sports are slowly getting towards sports entertainment, aka WWE, AEW, you know, your little wrestling, sports entertainments, because it's giving you elements of drama, elements of things that invoke emotions, you know, and your sports elements, your athleticism elements, the actual physical part of body movement in the athletic way. They give you all those elements. Y'all see how WWE has been the leader of sports entertainment, and NFL and NBA have been following suit. So how does a wrestling company and the guy that owns it, Vince McMahon, becomes a billionaire? It's because he's selling sports entertainment. He's giving you all the physical stuff, but he's giving you the drama, the stories, something to talk about. The oohs and ah moments. Yes. NFL and NBA is catching on. Because you know what, Tim? This is a whole bunch of nothing. That's a whole bunch of nothing. Because that don't mean a damn thing. But the reason why it's talked about is because the NBA has said, hey, let's make sure we get some type of story still get talked about. I love it. NBA is starting to pick up to it. Because now, NBA, your revenue goes up. Because if people are talking about you, eventually they're going to see the result on the basketball court. It's the same thing how football's been getting away with it. You know, let's talk about the stuff off the field, and then by the time we get to the regular season, let's see what it translates to on the football field. NBA is starting to pick it up. They are picking up what the NFL is putting down. And they all are picking up what the WWE and the wrestling shit been putting down for years. It's all sports entertainment. Because this is a whole bunch of nothing. I mean, if it's the media is going to have to talk about something. They got to talk about something NBA related if the NBA wants to stay, you know, relevant in the sports world until they pick up back in October. Why do y'all think they've been hyping up all this? You know, where each player going to? You know, it happens every summer. What NBA player is about to sign the biggest contract? Which NBA player is about to sign the next contract for a new team? Where they gonna play next year? Who's the free agents? You know, the free agent frenzy. They had a free agent frenzy show. Who did they get that from? The NFL did. The NFL's been having a free agent frenzy show. NBA's picking up what the NFL's putting down. They finally get the trend. And you know what? I'm sorry, I'm back going on the tangent, but bear with me. I had to wet the whistle. I had to get me a little Stella Artois. So if they decide to want to sponsor us, since Modelo didn't want to, all the times I shouted their names out, they didn't want to sponsor the boy. But anyway, here I go. So side note, I know they talk about here's one thing that's been bothering me about the Brittany Griner situation. A lot of people say, oh, well, she makes $200,000 a year. That's not enough. And because there's such a discrepancy with the WNBA to the NBA, they're not paid in the same pay scale, and that's not fair. And so they got to go overseas to play all year round to make sure that they still are living right and making enough money. And so it's because of that fact, that's why she over there anyway. And I'm like, shut the hell up. I'm sorry. I completely disagree with that. Reason why I completely disagree with that is because here's the bottom line. Brittany Griner makes $200,000 to be a professional basketball player. Okay. Maybe she's not making LeBron money. But guess what? NBA has made sure that they took care of their business. And business, what I'm talking about, is the marketing. They make people want to watch their product. They make people want to tune in to their product, as in just like what Tim is talking about. Because that's a whole bunch of nothing that they're not talking at a Summer League game. But it gets people intrigued to watch the product, tune into the NBA shows, the NBA podcast, anything NBA related to hear about this situation. The NBA is doing that to make sure people want to talk and interact and be part of their product. What are you doing, WNBA? WNBA is losing money. They losing almost like $10 million a year, while the NBA continues to make almost $6 billion a year. How many times have we said that on this show? You got to market yourself. If you can't market your product, then you expect to make more money? Because women need equal paying scales? I believe that women should be paid just as much as men. But if your product, like the WNBA, is not doing anything marketing-wise to draw just your average fan in, then how can you complain about your pay wage? You're not bringing the money, baby. See, I watch WNBA. I do. Because I'm an avid sports fan. I love sports. I love talking about sports, hence why this is a sports podcast with my black ass on it. But you need the casual fan, the fan that loves to hear a good story, that draws them in, and they want to spend money to go to a game, buy merchandise. Those are the fans that you want. Because the more you bring in there, that's the more eyes to your product. Your revenue goes up, is because here comes the TV revenue. Here comes the TV money. I get it, WNBA. You are making some money is because you got contracts with ESPN. So that's Disney. Hello, that's Disney. Disney money is good money now. That's Disney money. Now you're smart right there. You got the Disney money now, WNBA, but you got to go a little bit further past that. Now that you got the money, you got to bring in the viewers. So the more viewers you bring in, you can go back to the table and say, hey, Disney, give us more money. It's because look at how much viewership we're bringing to the product. But that ain't the case. That's not the case. So I hate to hear people that's talking about this Brittany Griner situation. And don't get me wrong, everybody's entitled to their own damn opinions. Some I think are dumb as hell, but what it is. I just get irritated with that because you can't sit here and compare her to LeBron. Or if it was LeBron, he'd be out of there. Hey, first of all, as much as I like how much I dislike LeBron on the court, I respect that man off the court. He's been a pillar in the community. If there's some skeletons in his closet, he's been damn good, smart at keeping them from coming out. But for the most part, he and guess what he does? He markets himself as the ultimate family man. I used to scream around the house, Taco Tuesday. I got that from LeBron. Because he was constantly on Instagram showing how much fun and time he was spending with his family on Taco Tuesday. On Tuesday. And you know what today is? Taco Tuesday. It's because LeBron gets the marketing part. Hello, LeBron is the first active player to hit $1 billion. You don't make $1 billion just from dribbling a basketball. No, you get to $1 billion is because you know how the business works. You know how to market yourself. To me, this is cut and dry. This is one of the biggest conversations I have with, oh, well, women should be paid as equal as men. I agree with that. If your product is better or just as good as the men, then yes, you should be paid. I had that argument a few months ago. I went on the show and said, hey, the women's soccer national team should be paid top-notch dollars. They should be getting paid more than the men's. You know why? Y'all know what the women's national soccer team, the U.S. women's national soccer team do? They win. They win World Cups. They win CONCACAF tournaments. They usually produce some of the best international soccer teams. The women do, yes. They deserve top-notch money when it comes to the pay scale and women's soccer. They should be paid at the highest pay scale of the men. Because whatever the hell you paying the men, they don't deserve not a damn penny of it because them suckers can't win shit. Can't win a damn thing. They get the whole nation's hopes up every damn 4 years for the damn World Cup. I believe that we can win. I believe that we can win. I believe that we can win. And they go over all these European countries and half the time don't even make the knockout round. Half the time can't even get out of group stage play. And they got our hopes all up. Oh, yeah, come on, you U.S. men's soccer team, you're going to be great. They getting comfortable money. They living good. But the women who on the women's national soccer team, you know, they can't get the same pay as the men. See, that shit is completely wrong because they are producing content, if not as good as the men. Hell, no, they are producing content better than the men's soccer team. Pay those women. But you WNBA ladies, I love you. I love your product, but you can't sit here and be mad at you not getting paid the same as the NBA. Y'all content ain't at that level. I'm not being disgusting or mean. I'm just spitting facts. WNBA, you've been around for 25, 30 years. I hope you stay around for forever because I support y'all. I want y'all to stay around. Hell, if one of my daughters play basketball, I hope that they can be a WNBA star and live the life just like the NBA's. But if your product ain't popping, I can't sit here and be on your side and say, oh, you should be paid just as comfortable as the men's. I can't. That would be asinine of me. Your product just ain't popping like the NBA. It just ain't. All right. I'm off my soapbox. Another topic I wanted to talk about, NBA related. So last week I played Stephon Marbury's clip, and he had some choice words. And he said that LeBron can't be the GOAT because you can't shoot. Matter of fact, I might have to pull it back up. I don't know. I think I got rid of it. But Stephon Marbury basically said you can't shoot. Today, so your boy, Ray Allen, who's been a teammate, said something, and I'm trying to find it right here. He said, you ain't the GOAT neither. Okay. Uh I mean, wow. It's one thing for me to say it. I'm just old wild card Ma, father, professional cook. I cook. I ain't doing nothing athletic. I'm a chunky boy. I like to eat. I ain't doing all that damn weightlifting and all that shit. I ain't doing nothing physical. Most physical shit I'm doing today is walking down these 3 flights of stairs I gotta get. I'm on the 3rd floor. You talk about a workout for me is taking my ass to the grocery store and getting up to the 3rd floor in one trip. That's some physical shit that I'm doing. It's how the hell I'm going to almost kill myself to make it one trip from my car to my door on the 3rd floor. So I ain't no expert in playing NBA basketball, but I know what I see. I see that LeBron James ain't the GOAT. Okay, so it's something different for me to say it. So then it's something different from Stephon Marbury, who's made it to the NBA, played multiple years in the NBA, and he says that LeBron James ain't the GOAT. Okay. And so that's something totally different from a NBA guy. So he knows the NBA, knows what it takes to get there, what it takes to play in the NBA, and hell, to have a long career in the NBA. So that's not Stephon Marbury saying that. Okay. So now to me, there's a huge difference in between me saying that LeBron James is the GOAT, and I think there's a huge difference from Ray Allen, who's going to have a Hall of Fame career, played multiple years in the NBA, and was a teammate of LeBron James. It's one thing to, they all in the NBA for one person in the NBA to say it, but I think it's totally different from a teammate of this player to say it. Because to me, it's like, damn, my own teammate is saying this. It's one thing for all the other people to say it, but damn, it's my teammate. To me, it means it's more significant coming from a teammate. So Ray Allen goes out and says, no way that LeBron James could be the GOAT. And what his reasons were, he was talking about his offensive skills, shooting from the free throw line, 3-point line, dribbling. The same things that Stephon Marbury was saying. The same things that I've been saying. So where's all my LeBron lovers out there that want to keep talking about LeBron the GOAT? Where they at? I want somebody to come up here who's a LeBron lover, like to sit here and debate with me on why he's the GOAT. You can't be the GOAT, bro, if you got so many things that you still need to improve on. You got deficiencies, and not just one, but you got a few. So it's one thing for me to say it. It's a whole totally different thing for Stephon Marbury saying it, and I think it's more significant that Ray Allen is saying it. Because I think it needs to be said. It needs to be said. I know my man wants that validation of being the GOAT, but you can't be the GOAT, bro. You can't. I give you props for being the first active billionaire, but you came up at the right time. You come up in basketball time when Twitter is popping, Facebook is popping, Instagram is popping, social media is the thing. Half of your career came at the right time. You don't, because You don't become a billionaire in this day and age just shutting up and dribble, right? Y'all like what I did there? But you don't make it to being a billionaire by just playing basketball. It's not possible. All your contracts added up probably wouldn't even make half a billion. Possibly could, but there's no way you just make a being a billionaire by just playing basketball. It's just not possible. Basketball nowadays, especially in NBA, you can easily make uh, more money off the court than on the court. Because MJ made all his money off endorsements. MJ wasn't balling off the Chicago Bulls. Y'all go look at his contracts. Go take a look at how much Jordan was really making contractually for playing basketball. That man got rich because fools like me and all these sneakerheads was buying his shoes for $200 a pop. Space Jam. Y'all remember the cologne, right? Y'all, hey, don't try to act like y'all didn't get that Michael Jordan cologne. Don't try to act like y'all didn't get it. I did. Everybody want to be like Mike. Michael Jordan did the blueprint that LeBron has just translated into a social media world. That was MJ. You know, MJ been the endorsement king. That was his blueprint. LeBron is following his blueprint. Now I know Cat's been having endorsement deals for a while in sports. I get it. 70s, 60s. I get it. But come on. LeBron is doing something that's already been done. You just lucky enough that you were born when you were born. And that half your career has been gaslighted by being in the social media world. Because trust me, if Kobe or MJ could have played their whole career, if Larry Bird, Magic, especially Magic, because Magic had the personality. All smiles, knew how to be charming, can talk to anybody. Magic would have made a killing in this social media world during his basketball career. Shit, he probably would have caught AIDS quicker because he would have charmed a whole bunch of Instagram models. He'd probably be in a lot of trouble too. He'd probably be having a Deshaun Watson situation every year too. Same with Wilt Chamberlain. They be in some troubles every year. But let's be real. LeBron got lucky and fortunate enough that a little bit of half, or probably a little bit more than half of his career has been in the social media world. Facebook's been around since 2005. He came into the league in 2003. I know Instagram was a little bit later, but still, there's been social media booming since 2005. So let's not act like LeBron ain't benefited from the social media world. But to me, it's more clear than day that, damn it, your skills are very, very limited. So, yeah, he definitely been a Deshaun before Deshaun, bro. Because there's a lot of players that probably got in some trouble with the social media had they been part of this social media era. But to me, this is huge that Ray Allen is saying this. I know it may not mean nothing much. But then again, you're talking about LeBron. And what's LeBron? He's been a polarizing person to talk about. Even in off season. Even in the off season. See, NBA's getting it. Had people talk about our product. WNBA ain't picking it up. So I want to hear y'all compare Brittany Griner to no damn LeBron. Leave that man out of that. I don't really fuck with LeBron, but man, leave that man out that shit. Don't compare her to him. First of all, he ain't doing nothing to get himself caught up in no situation like that. Anyway. Speaking of Deshaun Watson, first week of December, I'm looking forward to that reunion. I don't know if it's a positive one or not when Cleveland goes to Houston. As y'all saw today on the 4:00 show, we started our AFC South or our NFL previews episodes where this week we're doing the AFC South. So we did Jacksonville and Houston, and then on Thursday we're going to do Indianapolis and Tennessee. But I said today, Deshaun Watson is going to be playing in that game. I'm curious to hear the fans' reaction. I'm curious to hear if they're going to be, some kind of, maybe demonstrations. I'm very curious. I'm also won't be surprised if the NFL makes that the game of the week, makes that the something that you talk about that week. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if that even gets flexed to a primetime game. Don't be surprised. And it's not going to matter if the Texans are trash or not, because the story is just there. Deshaun Watson returns back to Houston. The story is there. The headline is already written. Please believe when they made this NFL schedule and they saw that. Don't be surprised if it's moved into a slot or a TV network where the most eyes and ears can be on that football game. Because that's juicy shit right there. Because don't be surprised if Deshaun goes in there and the Cleveland Browns go in there and roll the Houston Texans. Oh, hell. This is a story either way. Win or lose for Deshaun. NFL is going to go crazy over that shit Monday morning. All the talking heads going to go crazy about that game Monday morning. Because I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised if Deshaun plays week 1. That Baker Mayfield trade told it all to me. Because the Browns are saying, hey, we can, we without Deshaun for how much? How much can we really be okay without Deshaun? A whole year? Oh, no, we can't be okay without Deshaun. We got to keep Baker. Half a year? No. I still don't think we could be, comfortable without Deshaun for half a season. Got to keep Baker. 4 games? 4 games? That's it. Yeah, I think we could live without Deshaun for 4 games. Yeah. I think or no games? Oh, yeah, we definitely gonna be all right. Bye, Baker. I'm telling you that suspicion is either 4 games or it's none. Or it's 2 games. The ceiling, the max, is 4. The floor is none. Anything outside of that, Cleveland, you got to keep Baker. Baker gives you the best option. So I think they know how long he's being suspended. It's just a matter of time before we get the news, as in the fans, sports fans. Y'all keep your eyes out for that. Highest is 4. I'm still going with none. I'm still going with none. But hey, y'all, that's our show tonight. Man, appreciate y'all hopping on with your boy, chopping it up with me. Y'all know what it is. We're going to come back same time tomorrow, 23rd hour, same wild card tomorrow. Peace and love. Y'all have yourselves a fantastic Taco Tuesday, dog. Peace.
Yo. Silent Hill TDS. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, let me get serious this time. Yo, I'm on my God of War shit. All the war spits, let the bass kick, nigga, feel the fucking floor lift. Watch your pores rip from these razor blade fingertips. Smoke hit your face like a hammer fist. Outstanding with suicidal flow. Nose dive into a free fall. Speedball, cannonball, jerking out on Adderall. I just watch the bodies fall. Supercharged like Dragon Ball. When I spit this fire out my mouth, you hear the dragon skull. Deadly with explosive, if you're softer than some woven silk. Grind the rapper's flesh in the syrup and call it muscle milk. So nutritious, my hunger forever endless. I'm vicious and bloodthirsty, my nigga. I handle business pretentious, I leave them injured. Eating figures for dinner, underground like Matt the Splinter, then hibernate for the winter. Illiterate, so I can give a fuck about the sentence. Belligerent, so I don't give a fuck about repentance. Johnny plays with a bag of haze, over roast spirits. A force to be reckoned with when I'm beating all limits. These lyrics are packed with venom, rattlesnakes in the kitchen, cooking the recipes.